Marte here again. Today we're going to be showcasing some of the wonderful drawing products that Mont Marte have to offer. Now, drawing is the fundamental skill for all visual arts, and today we're going to be drawing this still life, and I'll be showing you some really cool techniques, so let's get into it. Okay, now the first thing we have to do with our still life is to rough it in, and we'll be doing this with graphite pencils. I'm using the woodless graphite pencil set. This comes with 5 pencils ranging from HB to 8B, and you also get a charcoal pencil. So let's get this down. Okay, proportions. I'm going to show you how to get them right. Using your pencil as a height gauge, I move this along and I can see that my bottle of soy sauce is from the tip of my pencil to the bottom of my finger there. From that size, I transfer this onto my image. So I can see that my bottle is this wide. Transfer. Okay, now we have our bottle in. We can use that as a reference point for everything else in the still life. That's why it's very important to get that first object spatially correct. So that's the main objects drawn in, and I've just drawn in their outlines. Take particular care with your book. This is actually an isometric shape, so this line corresponds with this line with this line. Now for the detail. Draw what you see, not what you think you see. I'm going to do my background now, and I'm going to use a fantastic product, and they're called water-soluble graphite sticks. They come in an 8B, a 10B and a 12B, which is very dark graphite. But the wonderful thing about these is, as I said, they're water-soluble. So you can convert your shading into a wash. So let's get this on. When you lay in pigment with these graphite sticks, try and keep a flat end on the graphite stick. This way you can lay in broad lines. Remember, the harder you press, the darker the line. Now let's get a bit of water onto this water-soluble graphite. I'm simply dipping my Tacklon brush into the water to create a wash. Our background is now finished. Next we move on to the rest of our still life, and we'll be doing that with our graphic pencils, moving from darkest to lightest. So start with your darkest points. My little sushi here is obviously a cylindrical shape, so our tonal value will go from lightest to darkest, and on the highlight at the top there, I just leave a little bit of white, and then I build up on this side. And speaking of highlights, you can see where I've drawn the soy sauce in here. I've just left areas of white just to show the highlights. Now, I'm just putting a very light tone on the book here, and I'm just letting the pencil, the weight of the pencil is all that I need to create this soft tone. And this is a good way to build up tone lightly, and you can just keep going until you've got enough colour on there. Another nice effect to do is just to use your finger as a blending stub and just smooth that off. Now I've moved up to the 2B here, and I'm just doing little small circles, and this is a good way to build up intricate tone. A lot of artists use this technique on faces because it gives a really interesting texture. Okay, we've pretty much built up our tonal study. Now I'm going to put a little bit of colour onto this, and I'm going to use the graphite earth tones and the coloured charcoal pencils. Now these are 4 earthy colours in the charcoal pencils, white, sanguine, sepia and black. These earth tones are a little bit different. They're actually graphite, but they've got a hint of colour, so it should go nicely onto our drawing. So let's get into it. Okay, now we're starting with our earthy tones, and I'm just adding a little bit of hint of colour to this, just to add a little bit more interest. So I'm just doing a light application of the Tinted Earth Tones graphite. Okay, so I'm just giving it a little bit of a very light wash with my squirrel mop brush. Again, lay down more pigment for a stronger colour. Now that the earth tones have been absolved in water, we just need to put the final stage, and that's our darkest of darks, and we're going to do that with the charcoal pencil. Little areas like under the book here, the soy sauce, under the chopsticks, any areas with very dark tone. Well, there you have it, a still life with Mont Marte drawing products. Until next time, keep on creating artwork.